Number 17, using equations that factor. Let's look at example 1 on page 291. Yeah, after I sign homework. I'm going to check it. Okay, what are we doing? We are translating. Translate to an equation. And solve. Now, some of you, I don't remember what chapter it was, probably chapter 3 and 4. I told you, stop poking them. I told you that we had to learn how to write equations and solve. And most of you believed me, but every once in a while on the quiz, one of you wouldn't believe me. And I marked even though you got the answer right, I marked it wrong and highlighted on the quiz where it said solve using an equation. You got it wrong. Once again, I'm telling you, you must translate to an equation and solve. Sir, stop. Which means on the quiz, when I write translate to an equation and solve, if you don't do it, you're not going to get the points. So let's look at the example, page 291, example number 1. Let's copy the problem. We're not going to be doing a lot of these, but we are going to be copying the problem. I've told you 3 times. Example 1, page 291. One more, or the product of one more than a number and one less than the number is 8. Find the number. So we need to translate it to an equation and solve. The product of one more than a number, so that would be x plus 1, and one less than the number, x minus 1, is
8.
Equals 8. So we're going to have to multiply this together, subtract 8, factor, and set each factor equal to 0. Stop talking. X squared minus 1 equals 8, minus 8 minus 8. Anyone confused as to what I just did? I multiplied the 2 factors together. They are the difference of two squares. And then I subtracted 8 from each side, so I have x squared minus 9 equals 0. Factor, set each factor equal to 0.
Negative 1 and negative 80 is 9, I think. It is. Unless I'm like 1.
Okay, the question was, how did I get negative 9? I have my equation right here. I multiplied this together.
Yeah.
Then I subtracted 8 from both sides to set my equation equal to 0. Now I'm going to factor, set each factor to equal to 0, and solve. So I have x plus 3, x minus 3 equals 0, x plus 3 equals 0, x equals negative 3. X minus 3 equals 0, x equals 3. So my answers are x equals negative 3 and x equals 3.
So it's basically just solving just doing order of operations?
No.
No?
We're kind of using everything we learned in this chapter and solving the equation. Yes, sir. Did you fill out your Scantron completely?